Hello ladies and gentlemen, Panzer here, and today we're back with another Overwatch lore video. Today's video is all about the master puppeteer, the hacker extraordinaire herself, Sombra. Unlike every other character in Overwatch's current lineup, Sombra is known only by her self-styled codename. Her actual name remains a mystery right now, but we do have a bit of her backstory to work with. Sombra grew up on the streets of Mexico as a child that was left orphaned after the Omnic crisis. Mexico was devastated by the Omnic onslaught and much of its infrastructure was left in tatters. Being naturally gifted with computers, Sombra learned to manipulate machines and the internet to do her bidding instead. This trait lent itself to her personal skills as well, and she became quite good at manipulating people as well. She was taken in by the Los Muertos gang of Mexico when she was much older and took part in helping the gang fight back against the government. Many at the time believed that the rebuilding efforts of Mexico were primarily done to aid the elites of the country, and those who really needed help were left in the dust. This is particularly true of companies like Lumerico, whose new age and modern power plants were not only an eyesore on the natural beauty of cities like Dorado, but also were built on lies, corruption, and deceit. While she was with the Los Muertos, she gained access to the computer of Commissioner Rivera. By tricking him into mistaking her innocence, she was able to retrieve information from his computer that would prove useful to the Los Muertos gang. Realizing the potential power that information itself yielded, a young Sombra decided on her path in life. She received a complex system of cybernetic graphs, the main tools that allow her to interface with computers with amazing speed. From there, she left her identity as a young girl behind and was reborn as Sombra. She then embarked on a string of progressively more ambitious hackings, determined to uncover the conspiracy that kept Mexico, and indeed the world, in its current state, and find out who held the balance of power in the world. Her hacking exploits went global and drew the attention of many, including the shadowy organization Talon. Ambitious as ever, Sombra joined the ranks of Talon and launched cyber attacks around the globe against massive corporations. Her time with the Los Muertos was far from over, however. She returned to Dorado, and together with the Los Muertos, she launched an attack against Lumerico, a company believed to be the cause of the Mexican government's corruption. Sombra herself believed that its CEO, Guillermo Portero, had exploited Mexico's riches for his own gain. She was able to get into his personal email accounts and succeeded in releasing several internal documents to the public. This drew the attention of the media as well as Mexico's law enforcement. These incriminating documents showed that Portero was not only embezzling money from the company, but also was personally involved in bribing several public officials and creating a system that would result in several highly questionable payoffs that benefited Lumerico. The emails also showed that Lumerico was also in talks with the Vishkar Corporation, another company that had been responsible for several morally reprehensible actions in Rio de Janeiro. In the wake of the hackings, Sombra's fame rose, and it incited a revolution against Lumerico all across Mexico. As a result, Portero resigned as its CEO, but by this time Sombra had already set a new target in her sights: Volskaya Industries. In the infiltration short, we can see exactly how this played out. Sombra, on a Talon operation to assassinate Volskaya Industries' CEO, Katya Volskaya, compromised the stealth of the operation to force a meeting with Katya herself. Sombra had evidence that the Russian company had been trading for technology directly with Omnics, something that would cause huge public outrage and backlash against Volskaya, effectively blackmailing Katya Volskaya into mutual cooperation with Sombra. With no choice but to agree, Katya's hands were tied, and Sombra let her live, telling Reaper and Widowmaker that Katya had simply gotten away. Sombra's actions have been controversial, and her true agenda remains a mystery. But what's interesting is how her story has played out. As I mentioned in a previous Sombra video, her origin story is tied strongly to the ARG that played out over the last few months. While we didn't see what she was like as a child, we certainly were complicit in playing Sombra's games during the attacks against Volskaya and Lumerico. What character would you like to see the story of, and is there a character in Overwatch that you feel needs a deeper backstory? If so, which one is it? Let me know what you think down in the comments below, and don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed the video and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Also, don't forget you can get 20% off the latest games at Green Man Gaming by clicking the link in the description below. My name is Panzer, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.